Monrovia, capital city of Liberia, one of the most progressive countries in West Africa, with a culture and history finely balanced between traditional African values and the modern way of life. Fine buildings in the capital reflecting the history of Africa's oldest republic, as with the magnificent Executive Mansion, home of Liberia's President, Dr. William R. Tolbert Jr., and now overlooking the modern Ducal Intercontinental Hotel. And towards the future, the Mesurado Group of interrelated companies assists towards a greater national self-sufficiency. Industries such as the window factory, which forms part of the group's industrial complex, manufacturing a range of window frames, doors and sun louvers, saving in foreign exchange, cutting costs and creating employment. With a continuing program of expansion, the group in 1 year alone established 4 new industries, such as the Mesurado toilet soap industry, installed entirely by the group's own technicians. The factory will produce 600 metric tons of Lux and Lifebuoy soaps a year, 2 of the most popular soaps in the world, produced under license from the Unilever organization, in addition to Omo detergent, another household name. West African Soap Products is part of the same complex and manufactures a range of industrial and laundry soaps, with a popularity reflected in a production increase of more than 300% in 5 years. Popularity due in no small measure to quality, with factory manager Mr. Rocky Cooper controlling every stage. Liberia's expanding industry demands increasing quantities of industrial gases, and Mesurado Corporation Consolidated meets this demand, ensuring an unbroken supply to industry, hospitals, and particularly Liberia's huge iron ore industry. Training provides extensive technical trade opportunities for school leavers in this specialized industry. Now, hospitals throughout the country are assured of regular supplies. A radio call bringing immediate deliveries of oxygen and liquid nitrogen. MCC meeting the country's entire need with a capacity of 1,500 cubic feet per hour. The interrelated structure of the Mesurado Group has been built on communication and people, and both are involved with an urgent delivery to the Mesurado plantation at Sino in the south of Liberia. Aircraft being used extensively in a close system of communication. At Sino, landing in the heart of the plantation. Employees and their families receive free medical and maternity benefits, and the group's hospital at Sino is one of the finest in the country, equipped with a pathological laboratory, X-ray facilities, and an operating theater second to none. Mesurado is people, and taking over the AFC plantation, which now alone provides a living for more than 5,000 people, the group immediately set aside $1 million for housing and modernization. Schools provide education for employees' children who now enjoy a happy and healthy environment. In the development of natural resources, the group took advantage of an offer to acquire the old African fruit company AFC, which had been engaged in the growing of bananas and had converted to the cultivation of natural rubber, which, under the group, now yields 3,500 tons of rubber, worth some $3.5 million annually, a valuable contribution to Liberia's exports. And land clearance will put further areas under cultivation, making Sino one of the most important suppliers of natural rubber. Clearing the way for a road between Sino and the port of Greenville, Emmanuel Potter, an experienced agriculturalist from the plantation, knows that the road will also open the whole area for local farmers. A 50-acre nursery prepares seedlings to maintain high grades from existing strains and carries out research into even greater production. And the Sino processing plant has more than doubled in size. Extensive workshops manufacturing much of the plantation's equipment, such as this giant crepe roller. Liquid rubber is brought from all parts of the plantation for processing into crepe or latex in a plant with a capacity of 20 tons a day and recognized to be among the most modern in the world. Each bale is given the distinctive mark of the plantation and is baled ready for shipment to the markets of the world. From the plantation's own docking facilities at the head of the Sino River, Mesurado motor barges carry the crated rubber to the port of Greenville for transshipment overseas. In addition to rubber, the port of Greenville is also an outlet for Liberia's rich timber industry, and utilizing these natural resources, a $2.5 million timber processing complex is being constructed. Supplying petroleum products and lubricants throughout Sino County, Mesurado operates the petroleum depot at Greenville, an essential service for development. Further to the north, and some 90 miles from Monrovia, the group's Sangay farm is one of the most productive livestock farms in the country, supplying pork products to combat the rising price of imported products and saving further foreign exchange. Sangay is concerned with more than livestock, and a large reservoir supplies an irrigation system serving more than 400 acres population with land clearance programs designed to more than double this area.